Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. It is Tuesday, and it is time to be blessed with our friend Cammie Jenkins. Take a look.
I want to introduce you guys to my good friends. This is Kelly, Gretchen, and Christina. I invited them over today for a little bit of coffee talk about friendship.
As we were talking about that last week, something that was kind of a common theme is that we are intentional with our friendships. Like, a lot of people don't understand that friendships are a lot of work. Like, we put in a lot, and so we're getting that fruit from our friendships. So this has been about a 10-year friendship where we've just been pouring into each other, and I've had all of the babies in the last 10 years and a lot of life changes and stuff, and these ladies, including you, have been there for some of that stuff, just pouring into me.
Well, for me, I know that I really bonded with these girls because I really prayed hard for them. I don't have parents that live close by, and I really needed people that would come around me and that would do life with me and who my kids could have as best friends. And so I prayed really hard for that, and God really brought that for me.
You started praying before you had met them?
Before I met them. I was like, my mom had modeled. She had a really close girlfriend group that I saw how much they were there for each other.
Yeah.
And how much all of us kids became best friends. And I thought that's exactly what I want. So I prayed for it. And God brought just the right people in. And it was one of those things where then we just kept making time for each other and being intentional. And it's just been a huge blessing in my life.
The kids are growing up together, and I love that. They have all those memories with all this very large group of friends, and I just love all the experiences they share together too.
And you all have a lot of similarities in how you just live every day, because all three of you homeschool, and so I know how much work that is because I homeschooled for a year. Year and a half
Who convinced you to do that?
But you need this close-knit support system,
Yes,
I know, to do that and to pull it off and to support you on the bad days. But then also, I know that, you know, all three of you and we've all been through things too that are big things in life, whether that is a surgery or an illness that it's extended, that especially when you don't have family in town, who do you call, you know? And that's another reason why we need friends, desperately.
Well, I think for some people too, we're all very extroverted, but for people who are more introverted and have a hard time putting themselves out there, like, you do have to make that step and, you know, just look for the people that are going to be in your corner.
And what is that reference that we talked about?
That reference that we talked about is Galatians 6:2, and it says, share each other's burdens, and in this way obey the law of Christ. And I feel like we have taken that on with each other. Like, I want to lighten your load, and I want you guys definitely, because I have so many kids, to lighten my load. And just, you know, that intentionality. But I wanted to also speak to a different aspect of just God's greatest commandment of, like, loving each other. And specifically, I'm not perfect. I know that's shocking, and they aren't. And they aren't either.
You're not.
And
pointing fingers.
I know, right? You're pointing fingers. But I think something that has really been a common theme in our friendship is that we overlook each other's mistakes or faults and stuff. That we realize, like, hey, you know, she was here for me this time, and she's been here for me this time and this time. And so when they do offend me, sometimes I just choose to turn the other cheek and, you know, not let it bother me, because I know that they're for me.
So in Galatians 6:2, that's why it is a command for us to carry each other's burdens, because the blessings that we get out of it. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
Be blessed.
Jeremy, were you in school kind of a person who wanted a lot of friends around you?
Oh.
Or, I mean, like, you know, there were those groups that had, you know, 7, 8 people that were a group of people that hung out.
You know what? I did have a close circle, but I'm telling you, I was friends. I wanted to be friends with everybody.
Me too.
I was a social butterfly. Because in our high school we had cliques. We had like we called the ropers, which were the country folk. We had the goth people who were all like into black. We had the preppy people. We had the football players, the jocks. We had all these different groups, and I found a way to fit in and socialize with every one of them, because I didn't want to be associated with just one one little clique.
Well, I was always taught that everybody is the same, and we had the same thing. I think that's in every school, is that we had the jocks, we had the farmers, we had the, you know, well, I won't go into all the labels that we had, but I wanted to be friends with everybody, and even the people that were walking down the high school hall or whatever that nobody would speak to.
Yes, I was the exact same way.
I wanted them to feel included. But as far as personally hanging out with people, I didn't love the big groups. I was more, I loved the one-on-one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I had a lot of different friends from a lot of different genres, but I just enjoyed that one-on-one time. I don't know.
I struggle, like when she started talking about the friend, I struggle with the friendship issue now as an adult.
Yeah.
Because it's harder when you're adult, especially if you're married with kids.
Right.
Because the spouse and the kids take first priority, and you're so busy. When do you find the time then to have those friends?
Well,
I have a lot of great friends in Branson. I would say my closest friend here in the area would be Lyra, our confidence coach, that I keep in contact. But it's not like we text every day.
No,
or
but
talk
you get
every
to
day.
see her once a week,
yes, that's
which
true.
is nice because she comes on the show.
But it's hard to find that balance.
I'm having trouble finding the balance too. Honestly, sleep and work and just all the things you've got to do. I really am kind of missing the mark on that. And
I am too. I used to have so many friends in Branson. We'd go hang out after shows and do stuff, and I'm like, I just don't have the time to do that anymore.
I know. I feel that way too. So that was one of my New Year's resolutions, and so far I'm not doing very well with that one.
That wasn't my New Year's resolution, but maybe I should make it for next year.
Well,
maybe you're helping me for next year.
Or not, because mine was. Anyway.
My goal is to make Beth Finello my best friend and hang out with her every day.
You heard it right there.
Okay, she's my new BFF.
Sorry, Elisa Rassa.
Elisa, you're out of here. Be sure to follow Cammie on social media as well. You can look at Cammie Jenkins.
That's right. And coming up, Jeremy is talking with the star of Marriage Rescue, John Taffer. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I drink that coffee so fast. Did you see that?
Are you hyper now? Are you hyper?
I feel better.
Are you good?
I feel better.